What's up, Internet? Brandon Baldwin here with Zeus Makus right here. Welcome to Gizmo Slip, the show where we unbox, review, and drop test the latest in technology. Today is the Wednesday episode. We're bringing you the review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch right here. Welcome to the review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch. We're going to be taking a look at this tablet, talking about the features. We rate the tablet based on a Squib rating, 1 to 5. We use Squibs to blow up devices when they fail our drop test, so that's why we rate them out of Squibs. Let's get into the review. So I like the overall feel of the device. As you can see, it's very thin. It's got smooth rounded edges. Along the bottom, you've got the speakers and the USB port. If you work your way up the sides, you can see the volume rocker and the power button. Along the top, it's got the microphone and a headphone jack. And on the left side, you can see it's got the micro SD slot right here. There it is. And so you can expand the memory another 32 gigs for a little bit of money. On the back, it's got the 3 megapixel camera. And on the front, it's got a VGA webcam, which can be great for talking with Skype and stuff like that. I personally liked the rubber back of the Google Nexus 7 a little bit more. It gives you a little more feel, like tactile feel for when you're holding the device. It makes it feel a little bit more secure, but this is a pretty nice back. I think it's very classy. We gave it a 4.5 for build quality. This 7-inch tablet has the standard resolution of 1024 by 600. It's a little bit better than the original iPad in terms of dots per square inch. We thought that the colors were a little bit washed out, so we gave the screen quality a score of 3.5. This tablet comes with Android 4.0. That's Ice Cream Sandwich, in case you don't know the numbering. Basically, Ice Cream Sandwich is what comes with most of the 10-inch Android tablets right now. The Google Nexus 7, for example, has 4.1, which is Jelly Bean, which is a little bit newer. And Jelly Bean was kind of more like a mixture of like the phone Android Ice Cream Sandwich, whereas the 4.0 on the tablets is kind of a mixture of like the honeycomb with some updated graphics. Now, if you tap the bottom right start menu, it pops up with this little menu that's got some settings that you can change, and then it also shows you the battery life, the time, date, and some of the more recent notifications, which is handy. I like that a lot. You can also go to the home button, back button, and a multi-app button, so you can switch between apps very quickly. The main issue that I had with it running on this device was that sometimes the responsiveness wasn't great. Sometimes when you're switching screens or loading applications, it wasn't perfectly smooth. So for that reason, we docked it down to a 4 out of 5. So this version of the Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch comes with a 1 gigahertz dual core processor. Some of the newer versions of the tablet come with a 1.2 gigahertz dual core, and some with even, I think, higher end processors. Either way, the processor will work. It will get you through the day. It'll play games. It'll load pretty much any application that you need. The main issue that I had with the processor was that it did not run the operating system perfectly smoothly, unfortunately. The quadrant score we got for it was a 2550, which is decent. It's kind of like a fast cell phone. Some of the quad-core devices are going to score much higher, but this is a 7-inch tablet, so 2550 is not bad. It'll be able to do anything you need it to do. We gave the performance a 4 out of 5. Let's take a minute and talk about gaming on this device. It does use the Android Marketplace, so there's lots of games to choose from. The other good thing about it is that the processor has plenty of power to play the games at the lower resolution, but that lower resolution also hurts it because you can't see as much detail when you actually play the games. Overall, you're going to be able to play games quite well. We gave it a 4 out of 5 for gaming. From my experience and from the experiences of reading around on the web, I got around 7 hours of use out of it. I think depending on what you're doing, if you're playing games, you're probably going to get 7. If you're watching videos, you're going to get around 7. That's what I was doing with it. But if you're going to be web surfing, you're probably going to get a little bit more, maybe 7.5, 8. Keep in mind this entirely depends on the screen brightness, whether you have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on. If you turn those things off, screen brightness low, you could get up to 9 or 10 hours potentially doing basic things. Battery life, we gave it a 4 out of 5 just because it's not the best, but it's pretty dang good, so moving on. This tablet utilizes the Google Play Store, which is going to be quite good. It has over 600,000 applications. It's going to be almost as good as iTunes, but there still might be a few top applications that are available on iTunes that is not available on this device. The Google Play Store, we give a 4.5 out of 5. The camera on this device is decent. It will get you by in a pinch, though I would not say it can replace a full-fledged digital camera. Well, it could, but the quality is not going to be as good as a full-fledged digital camera. The 3 megapixel camera on the back does provide decent pictures. For example, if you're going to post them on Facebook, they're going to be decent. But or maybe if you're going to print them on like little formats. But if you're going to try to print them in bigger formats, this camera is not going to do you at all. Let's go ahead and cut to some sample photos and videos. Alright guys, this is the video test of the back-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch. Alright guys, and here is a sample of the front-facing webcam, and let's see what that looks like. Most 7-inch tablets actually don't have a back-facing camera, which is why we gave it a 4 out of 5 instead of a 3 out of 5, because the actual camera quality isn't that great. We would have given it a 3 out of 5. But because this one is a 7-inch tablet and it does have a camera on the back, we actually gave it a 4 out of 5. This is a solid device for the money. You're going to get some features that are not included on the Google Nexus 7. For example, the back-facing camera is not included on the Google Nexus 7. Though overall we gave the Google Nexus 7 a higher score of a 4.4. This we gave a 4.1, which is still really good if you're looking for a 7-inch tablet and you don't like Google's maybe design, or that you need a back-facing camera. This might be a better choice in those instances, but it doesn't have as high a resolution and the processor is not as good as the Google Nexus 7. I would pick this one over the Kindle Fire. This one is running Android Ice Cream Sandwich, which is much better than Amazon's, their GUI interface. One thing to keep in mind is that Apple and Amazon will probably be coming out with new 7-inch tablets in the near future. So you may want to wait, you may not though. If you're not going to wait, I would either go with this tablet or the Google Nexus 7 in terms of the 7-inch tablet category. Stay tuned Friday for the drop test. We're going to be comparing this device versus the other ones. If you also want to check out the unboxing, don't forget to check out that video. Just go to our channel and check that out. Don't forget to subscribe, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you guys Friday.
Gizmo Slip.